Can anyone speak just to make sure I hear it in my AirPods and not the computer?
Yes, hello, this is Cecilia.
Okay.
Cecilia, can you go here? No, the sound. I'm sorry.
No, you're
forgot, yeah, for the sound.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
Okay, could you guys try speaking again?
Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Or, there might be something there too that we need to change. Is this connected, you see?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it is connected. Maybe go to more.
Go ahead and get started with our DPK family info session. I just thank everyone who came this evening to listen for some more information about DPK and the application itself and our notification process. So for our online attendees who are here with us this afternoon, bottom of your screen, you will see your Zoom toolbar. And to the right is a picture of a globe that is also labeled interpretation. So if you click that interpretation button, select the language you would like to hear the webinar in. So please note, if you do not select the language, you will not be able to hear the webinar as well. Can you hear me now? Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. All right. So go over our online housekeeping, and hopefully people were able to read over it. And then now I'm just going to be going over some in-person housekeeping. So like I said, this will be a very informal setting. Please feel free to grab food or water at any point during the presentation. So for the Q&A, I did want to mention that we will be splitting the time between your as well with our online audience. So please save your questions. And again, please scan the QR code at the end of the to complete the survey before leaving. We just want to share that we hear your feedback for future DPK events and how we can better improve them time. So that we will be going over today would be our introductions. We will be doing an overview of Durham PreK, just a review of our February info if you were unable to attend, our notification timeline, our site preferences, their notification of placement, expect after accepting your spot. We will also be our transition to pre-K. We're going to be kind of diving into a typical day. We will be going over the creative curriculum as well. And at the end, we will have our Q&A. So some introductions I would like to make this evening. Durham PreK is made by Durham County. We get funding from them, and also known as Child Care Services is the main administrator of Durham. They also work alongside of Durham's Partnership for Children, Durham Schools, and Families and Communities Rising. So now we'll be moving on to the overview of Durham PreK. So Durham PreK is Durham's local investment in high quality childhood experiences. So it was built to enhance all of our existing needs, and it also expands to all 4-year-olds in Durham County. So we have 2 eligibility requirements for Durham PreK. One, the child must be 4 on or before August 31st, 2024. And the second requirement will be that they are of Durham County to apply. So Durham PreK is free for all families 400% or below the federal poverty level. Families of this will be asked to contribute the sliding scale monthly, and then the parent will be based on income and the family size as well. To be able to view the sliding scale chart, it is on our Durham PreK website under sliding scale. And I just also want to mention slides will be shared on our website as well with the recording of this. So now we're going to be transitioning over to the Durham PreK application. So for the Durham PreK application, it allows families to fill one universal application to be considered for all publicly pre-K seats in Durham County. And some of the sites that we have to offer are public schools classrooms. We have Durham Head Start classrooms, and also our community-based license programs. These are also known as our private sites. And there is still time to apply for Durham PreK. So our deadline to be considered for a DPS location May 12th, but you will still be considered for all other seats. For May 9th, this is the last day for in-person assistance with the ASU screening. And then the online application will be available through prek.org. And there will be a tab that has the DP application under it. So now we're going to be doing what we went over on February during our other info session. So these are some of our topics that we covered back in February. So we went over the required documents. We went through completing the application together and kind of showcasing where everything is on the application and filling it out together. We also did expect after submitting an application, as well as site preferences. So if you would like to watch a recording on a session, there will be more information on these topics on our website, and the link is in this PowerPoint below, which will also be posted. So now doing our notification timeline. Okay, so for our first round of notifications, this will be mid-June. So all of these notifications will be sent via email. During this time, if you do not receive a placement, this just means that your application remains under review. Our second round will be late June. If you do not receive a placement, this just means that the application remains under review again. The third stage of this timeline will be our rolling notification. Are until all the seats are filled starting in July, and goes for this one. If you do not receive a placement, that just means your application remains under review. So for our first goal for our traditional sites, it will be August 26th. And for year-round this year, it will be July 22nd. Then I will be going over our site preferences. So families with a completed application that have also moved through the scoring process, they will receive an email about selecting their preferred towards the end of this week. So the sites in your drop-down will be based on your family's eligibility. And then there you will be able to select to your top 3 site preferences. For this, you will consider your site preferences for your placement, but it is not guaranteed. Now we're going to be moving forward towards our notification of placement. For our placement notifications, so all of these will be sent via email. So please make sure that you check your email and that you verify after applying on SurveyMonkey. So families who also sign up for our text messages will receive a text message indicating that the placement notifications have been sent out, and just sure that you check your email for that placement as well. This notification will indicate that the child was placed, and then just the amount due each month in your parent. So most families will see that the parents assigned fees are 0, but also just please make sure that you check the registration page just to view our sliding scale chart as well, a visual aid. So now we will be going over after you accept placement. So if you have reviewed your placement offer and you're satisfied with the site that you are offered, you will have 7 days to accept the seat. In a little bit, we will also go over what you should expect after you accept one of those seats at the site. So over the summer, this just means you can start communicating with your site director and just scheduling a tour, and also asking any specific questions that you may have about their. And we also have a demo video on how to accept your place as well. All right. So now we will be taking what happens if you do decline a placement. So parents will have the option to decline a spot not satisfied with the site placement for your child. So if you do select decline, the application will be withdrawn from being considered any further in our application process. So families you must call or email the CPK information desk to have your application returned to the. So for this, we cannot guarantee that a child will receive another placement. So if the parent does choose to decline your spot, we do ask for parents to provide a reason. Some examples could be if the site is too far away, or just indicating that you are not satisfied with the site your child has been at. Now we're going to be showcasing for waitlisting a placement. So when you select a waitlist option, the application will be considered for alternative sites. Again, cannot guarantee that you will receive another placement offer. Your placement is dependent on the eligibility and the seats that still available at our current site. Then for this one again, we would like to ask parents to provide a reason for on our wait list. Then what to expect after accepting your spot. So we're going to be going over for a private child care site, also known as a community-based program. So a representative of this site the family is placed in will contact you either via phone or they will also just be talking about any other information that is to their site. So they should expect to hear from their provider starting August 1st. And then families placed after August 1st should expect to hear from their providers 7 business days after accepting a placement. So now we will be going over Durham Public Schools and the Wooded Schools. So for one family, this placement, a welcome letter will be sent with GPS guidelines and information to enroll in your power school. And just make sure, please read the letter carefully. Power enrollment must be completed before your child's first day of. So DPS teachers are on break and will contact families a week prior to school starting. For year-round, this is the week of July 22nd, and for the traditional calendar, this is the week of August 26th. For our Durham Head Start site, so families will be contacted to schedule an appointment with a family engagement at Families Communities Rising within 7 days of being a placement. So during the appointment, the family engagement specialist will help the family complete just any paperwork that is required for Head Start. Next, we will be doing the placement transfer request. So families will have the option of transferring to a different if they aren't satisfied with the site after accepting their placement. This transfer just depends on the availability of the space's preferred site. So a family could not transfer into a classroom that is full as well. So until all children completed applications are offered an initial placement, no request can be considered. So now we'll be moving on to transition to pre-K. So for the pre-K calendar, most of our classrooms do follow the Durham Public Schools traditional calendar, just except for these elementary schools. They will be Cole Elementary, Garrisontown, WG, and Eastway, which operates on the Durham Public Schools year-round calendar. So for our hours, all of our sites do operate on a 6.5-hour school day. To check out a list of the site locations, there's a tab to view each of the site's hours for the 2024-2025 school year. So there are also scholarships and subsidies that can help cover the cost of wraparound for those who do need it. And then these are just for hours outside of a regular school day. All of the wraparound hours from each site are listed at prek.org under families, site location, and the wrap care. So for the 2024-2025 school year, these will be stated as our team receives them. So what to expect a typical pre-K day. So a typical pre-K schedule is available at our YPK page on our website. And each day, your child will receive breakfast, lunch, and a snack at their site. And we just want to go over some important components of each school day as well. Some of the items could be play-based learning, outdoor time and learning, different centers. The child has the choice to select the activity and participate in. Also have quiet time and circle time led by your child. So we have support with the pre-K transition. So there are many ways you can help your child into their transition to pre-K. And here are some things that you guys can utilize over the summer. Here are some of our suggestions. So some of them are reading to your child daily, visiting your pre-K site, talking with your pre-K provider about what you can expect in a pre-K day, talk through the pre-K at your site with your child, but also just set routine and starting your routine prior to school starting. We would like to also share some support with the pre-K transition. Our Durham PreK staff are always willing to provide more suggestions and resources to you. If you call this number at 1-833-773-5338 for more resources to support your child into their transition to pre-K. Now we will be going over the creative curriculum. So an overview of the creative curriculum that is used at our site. So it is approved pre-K curriculum. So within the classroom, it's individualized to the children based on the child's abilities. It is focused more on supporting the whole child and with their social emotional development and with their cognitive physical development as well. This curriculum improves kindergarten readiness. So to provide more information on the creative curriculum, it is also available on well through this link. So for our pre-K site, it is used within our private, Head Start, and Durham Public Schools. So with this, the creative curriculum does give teachers just a little bit more flexibility just on tailoring different lessons to the interests and abilities of their children in their classroom. We also want to highlight the importance of play. This helps children just increase their social skills and how to relate to their other children their age. The social emotional that develop in pre-K help prepare your child for kindergarten, so their bright future in learning. So in addition to play-based learning, there are child-led activities to help foster a learning in your child. So now I'm just going to open to any questions that we have. I'm going to check our online. So give me 1 second. I'm going to stop my screen. Oh, they have been answered. Okay. I'm going to double check it just in case. Okay. While I do wait for more online questions to come, I would also like to open it up to our families that are in person. So please raise your hand if you have any questions. And we also have EPS representatives here and also Head Start representatives as well as the and NC PreK to answer your questions. Oh, some, some, okay. So I'm going to transfer to online first and reiterate your question also here, and then we will answer it. So for our in-person, we have one question regarding how is a DPS site or DPK site any different from a current daycare or child care site that their child is currently in? So if any of our representatives would like this question, I would like to open up the floor to them as well. Thank you. I was wondering if the site preferences for eligibility question has been answered online. I just want to make sure that that was answered. So for online audience, I'm read the question. So a parent asks if the preference eligibility are based on economic factors, area reside, or what will the eligibility be based on? Okay, all right. We have Marilyn, our ACCC coordinator, answering this question. have another question in person. So if you would just give us just a little bit of a also wanted to mention with that, I will have the phone number as well, to contact our day health center, and as well as our email. I also want to reiterate for our classes, they will be available later during this week, and you will receive that in your email as well. I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. Here. I'm gonna transition to online. Thank you. Those were great questions. I just want to reiterate for a recording of this session and all of our slides that we today will be uploaded on our DPK website. So for further reiteration of all the information we went over today, it will be on our website. So feel free to hop on over there after this session at all, and all of that information regarding what we went over today on our website as well. I think all of our and all of our online questions have been answered. I just want to open it up one last time. I move on. Okay. If we do any more further ones, I'm just going to go ahead and continue. So here is just some information in our Durham PreK help desk. The number is located online, and we also have our pre-K at childservices.org for just regarding any of the following information. It's just for scheduling a virtual in-person application appointment, asking questions about the application process, just asking more questions about the documents needed to complete your application. And we also provide a service for needing more support completing the application in a language other than English or Spanish. Yes. Okay, perfect. There is another question in the chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and click that. So from our online audience, there is a question. The family members stated that they received the last email from Durham PreK that all their documents have been received and the application has been moved to final revise for classroom placement. Could we please clarify this, because they did receive any email but about the site selection or preferences. They haven't received their email about site selection and preferences, or they have. Okay. So to answer your question, the email regarding your site selection or preferences, they will be coming towards the end of this week. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna keep this on for anyone who would like that information. I also have it in Spanish for our Spanish speaking family. And again, I just want to reiterate, thank you all for coming to our hybrid session tonight. We appreciate you and your time, taking more information just to listen and just trusting us with the care of your child. I just want to reiterate, for our parents who are in person, please feel free to take home a pizza. We do have a lot of extra pizza. So again, we have our pre-K help desk. With any questions that you may have, please follow us on Instagram at Durham PreK. And then again, like I said at the beginning, there is this QR code to scan. If you would please scan this code, we would really appreciate it. This is just for us to help improve our sessions or any other DPK event in the future. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end our session. All right, thank you all again for coming.